Hey guys, we got another mixed coin roll hunt today, so I am super excited. Hit up the same banks as last time. Our last hunt was absolutely crazy. I think it came out to about 600 bucks that we're gonna be hunting through of halves, which I'm super interested, and dime rolls again. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Can't wait. All right, we will get right to it. I'm gonna start out with the dimes. We'll probably do one of each, see how these rolls are. And if they are good, then we'll do some more. And if they're not good, then we will cut back and have you guys join us once we actually have something worth showing. Now, we had a ton of luck at this bank previously with custom rep dimes. So if we can get these out, we will see if our luck continues. I think that's it. So checking the edges. Remember from the last video when we were pouring out the dimes, we're not only checking the edges, but also listening to the sounds. And I didn't hear anything fun, but I do see something fun. And yeah, first roll, silver already. Look, take a look at that. That is a 1960 silver dime on the first roll. You can tell by that edge. Now, this dime has seen better days, but that's silver. And I'll tell you what, I got to check the rest of these dimes in this roll, but one roll, one silver. I know the last video was absolutely insane. I think we found, gosh, it was like 135 silver dimes last video, but that's not the norm. But first roll having a silver dime, I cannot complain with that. I was going to grab the dump bucket that we could dump these dimes in, and we're going to check the rest of these real quick and make sure we don't have anything else that's silver. Meanwhile, my cat Gigi is coming to try to play as well. But wow, what an incredible start. 1960 silver dime right off the bat. And that had a really dirty edge. I almost didn't recognize it. But I am not seeing anything else in these. And with dimes, there's a couple of things outside of silver that you can hunt. I have looked from before. I think it's the 96W is one of the famous ones. There's a couple errors as well. But I just, after looking through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dimes, never really found anything worth bothering over. So I kind of gave up on that. I probably should go back to doing that again in the future. But it's just not worth the hassle. All right, yep. One silver dime in the roll to get us started, which is incredible. We're gonna switch over to some halves. Now, these halves have an X on it, if you see. And the X on halves, and any roll in general, usually means another hunter's already searched through it. So we're probably not gonna find anything in this. But every time I go there, I say, hey, do you have any halves? And if they do, I take them. So we will see. Got some nice fat edges, and at least they're worn. So that is something. But 71, 95, 77. See if we can pick out anything here that looks interesting. 2024. That is nothing. In fact, I'm gonna grab my cheat sheet of what to look for, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back with the cheat sheet. So general things to look for with halves is obviously 64 and older, 90% silver. 70 to 65 is 40%. There's the 76S you see every now and then. That's also 40%. Specifically, the silver 70, the D is an NIFC, not intended for circulation. So that is something to look out for. And then 87 Philly or Denver, the P or the D, both of those are NIFCs. And that, which I've never found one. I'll keep on looking, but I never found one. And then 2002 to 2020 are also NIFCs. And those are worth just a little bit more than face, about 65 cents. So still, it's something. And as we're searching through here, we're just keeping an eye out for anything worth keeping. Oh, so this is a bicentennial, 76. If it was the 76S, it'd have that silver edge, but it doesn't. So it's just a standard half. And somebody's already picked through these, so our chances to find something slim to none. But you know why? It's worth giving it a second look. All right, nothing in that roll. Couple close ears though. Let's go back to the dimes. Since our last roll had a silver in it, we'll check this one together. And if it doesn't have a silver, then I'm gonna duck out and I will bring you guys back in once we do have a silver. And if you hear any tossing and turning in the background, that's my dog, Remi. In older videos, you can see him going fishing with me. All right, I did not hear anything silver as that poured out. Let's give it a quick look. And I don't know if you guys see any silver edges, but I sure don't. All right, looks like this roll's a skunk, which is totally fine. We already found silver, so we're in the positive. Any hunt that starts with silver is such a good hunt in my book. And all these rolls, they're taped up, so I got no idea what's in them. I haven't even checked any of these yet. So I will bring you guys back if we find anything interesting. And if not, I'll bring you in the back at the end for a wrap up. But I think we're gonna find something else worth finding. So we've gone through a handful more rolls, both dimes and halves, just kind of alternating back and forth. Haven't found anything. We have a bunch of these half rolls here, which I think these are all 1990s. But I figured, you know what, just in case they're not, I'd bring you guys in and we would find out what's in here. Worst comes to worst, we pop them open. There's absolutely nothing in it. And we take it back to the bank and get our money back. But every now and then there's something fun. Having said that, this one sure looks like it's all brand new, uncirculated, 1990s, which is unfortunate. With halves, when you get these brand new uncirculated rolls like this, often, if it's an interesting year, like an NIFC year, so between 2002 and 2020, or if it's like a 2025, because they're moving away from the Kennedy, so those are kind of rare, or obviously silver would be ideal. They can really be worth something. But these ones, just being straight 1990s, there's nothing here for me. And I mean, yes, does 1990 have some coins which are more rare with some double die reverses or double die obverses? I believe they do. But I don't have a microscope. And frankly, with the price of silver where it's at, unless it's something special, non-silver coinage really isn't worth much right now. It could be worth something, you know, in a couple years after the price of silver is stabilized. But I'm not going to hold on to these for that long. I would rather get my money back from the bank and reinvest that to get new coins I haven't searched through and see if I get lucky there. So we'll do one more roll here with you guys live and then go back to hunting alone and only bring you guys in if I find something interesting. Having said that, that one looks interesting. Is that another 19? Oh, that's something different. 2023. It's nothing special, but it's something. And 72, and the rest of these look pretty standard. It's another 23. Another 23. Might be a whole roll of 2023s. And random 84 mixed in there. Yeah, I think this might be mostly a roll of 23s. And you'll see these when you're coin roll hunting. It's just the way it shakes out sometimes, the way the mint distributes the coinage. You end up with boxes and boxes and boxes. I once had 3 boxes from the bank of bank wrapped rolls. I think it might have been Brinks boxes. And it was 3 in a row, all 1995s. And a lot of dead weight and $1,500 that I just took back to the bank and got my money back. So we will keep on hunting and I will bring you guys back in next time we have something interesting. All right, little update. I opened up like 4 more of these rolls. They were all nothing but 1990s. So I'm going to pass on tearing open the rest of these, and we'll take them back to the bank exactly as they are. If there's something in there other than 1990s, that'll be somebody else's good luck to find, because I just don't think it's worth the effort. But we will keep on going with the dimes, and I got a couple other rules that might be interesting to look through. Okay, something interesting here. Clearly, I wasn't the first one to get these 1990 rolls. I was coin hunting. Somebody has come through with a knife and sliced open the side of that roll to check the edges to see if they're 1990s all the way through. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. Not something I do, but I understand why somebody would. Probably save them a ton of time. So, looks like these rolls are mostly a bust, but we do have the dimes, and hopefully we'll get some more luck there. But, still interesting. Okay, guys. We are another about 30 rolls in. Haven't found anything since our first silver, that 1960 silver dime. Got through all the half dollars without finding anything interesting at all. So I figured I'd bring you guys back in and just chat with you while we open up some more rolls. Now, this is, frankly, a lot more typical for what a coin roll hunt is like. If you watched our last video, it was ludicrous. I mean, that just doesn't happen. It'll be pinned up in the top right corner if I'm able to figure out how to do that on YouTube. But hopefully we'll get some more luck here, find some more silver. But so far, these rolls have been pretty light. Nothing like the absolute insanity we had previously. And that's okay. It gives you a bit more of a realistic expectation of what you're going to find. It's a lot of clad. There's not a lot of silver left in circulation. And that is okay. It's what makes the hunt all the more fun and all the more rewarding. So I'm going to keep on searching through these. But we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope we get lucky. And I will bring you guys back in as soon as we have our next find. Okay, we are another 10 rolls in, and I see something interesting, so I figured I'd bring you guys in. I don't know what it is. It might be a painted dime, but you see right there on the edge, it's a weird color. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks like it's a 2004. So, nothing but a little silver imposter to get our hopes up. But that is okay. Let me check the rest of this roll. If we don't have any silver, I will bring you guys back in on the next interesting thing. All right, guys, we are on our last couple rolls. This has been your very typical hunt where you go through hundreds of dollars of dimes and don't find anything. But I've still got my hopes up. These are the same style rolls we found that first silver in the first roll. I gotta stop doing that. It's like the third video in the row that the first rolls had silver, and then we went, a couple $100 without finding any more silver. Gets my hopes up real high, and then I sit here and struggle. But that's okay. I didn't hear any rings in that. Silver being a different metal than clad, it's got a very distinct ring when it falls out of the roll. And I'm just checking these edges, looking to see if there's any silver hidden amongst it. And I haven't got lucky yet. I mean, honestly, we already found silver this hunt, so this hunt is a win. There are plenty of times where I'll go get, $1,000 of coins from the bank and not find a single piece of silver. So the fact that we're already in the positive, that's a free $5. Every single silver dime. These are worth about $5 in silver, which is just crazy. People see these and they think, oh, that's an ugly beat up old dime. It's not worth anything. And to them it isn't, but to me, that's $5 in melt. So, and the best part is, that's my favorite part about this hobby. Even if I don't find another piece of silver in the rest of this hunt, I lost nothing other than a little bit of time sitting in front of the TV. that I was going to do anyways. And I made $5 because the rest of it goes right back to the bank, turns into cash, and just keep on chugging along. And sure, every now and then you get a roll that's a light roll. So it's, literally got, I'm missing a dime of the roll. So you get cheated out a little bit there. And those are pretty few and far in between. People are generally fairly honest, and the banks do their best to make sure the rolls are stuffed appropriately. They can't catch everything, but they do a good job. Oop, I saw something looked interesting there. I wonder what year that is. Let's see. Oh, it's a 2003. She had a very silvery edge. Got me a little excited. Oh, I'm going to keep going through these last couple rolls, and I will wrap up with you guys once we have something interesting to talk about. All right, guys. Last 5 rolls. Almost done with the hunt. Haven't found anything since the very first roll with that silver. I haven't given up hope yet. We will see if our luck can break and we can eke one more silver out of this hunt. So, people do weigh rolls to see if they weigh heavier than they should. Because silver does weigh more than clad. I don't personally do that. Kind of like the surprise. But so far, I'm not seeing anything. I never see these weird edges. I always check them just to be safe. Every now and then, there'll actually be something interesting. Or they'll be super smooth down. Kind of like they've been running in a dryer for, half their life or the last 30 years. But I'm not seeing anything of note in this roll. But I figured we'd run it through together just so you guys can kind of see what the hunt is like, when you're not striking the most crazy jackpot of your life. It's a lot of searching, and it takes a little bit of patience. But if you keep with it, eventually you'll come across that crazy heavy roll with 20 silver dimes in it. That'll, that high, and all that adrenaline, all that excitement, that'll keep you running and hunting for, the next 20 hunts until you find it again. And every year that we keep on doing this, there's less and less silver out there, and you find less and less, and those little finds become a lot more exciting. But if you're looking to relax and unwind after a long day, it really isn't a hobby any better. So I'm going to keep on hunting, and I will bring you guys back in either for the wrap-up or for something interesting. But so far, if you guys have been enjoying this and you're liking it, let me know. Give a follow, give a like, subscribe, leave a comment. That tells the algorithm that you like what I'm doing and you think this is interesting, and it tells me that you like it. So I really appreciate it. Alrighty, last roll of the hunt. We started with silver. Let's see if we end with silver. And no way. Oh, what are the chances? So I don't know if you guys see that, but we've got clad. Something there. Don't know what that is. Let's take a look. It's dark like silver gets when it's really corroded. Nope, it's a 1978. But if we keep on going along, clad. Oh, what is that right there? If you can see that edge, that sure looks silver to me. And it is 1962 silver dime. See if we can get that to focus. Yes, sir. So that is silver number 2 for the hunt. Let's see if we can get that ring. Well, a little bit of a silver ring, not very bright. That's okay. They're pretty heavily corroded. So let's go through, double check the rest of these, make sure we don't have any more silver. But I'll tell you what, 2 silver on the hunt, I can't complain. First roll of silver, Last roll was silver. Wow. You know, it's crazy how that works out like that, huh? Wow, wow, wow. So we are up $10 of profit on this hunt. And we probably spent, I don't know, a little bit over half an hour hunting through this. So 20 bucks an hour. There are worse things. I've been paid I've had jobs that pay me far worse. And the best part is, you know, unlike pretty much every job I've ever worked, I actually enjoy this. Oh, what a hunt. Nice. So this is really a lot more typical. If you get 500 bucks in dimes like I got here, it's a little bit less than 500 in dimes. We had another 500 in halves. You know, finding a dime every 250 is pretty typical with the way silver's been the last couple of years. So I am just tickled pink with that. Awesome, awesome. Nothing in the last one. So here are our two finds of the hunt. Got 2 silver dimes, a 1960 that's seen better days, and a frankly fairly clean 1962. It's a good day to be hunting coin rolls. Let me tell you what. All right, guys. Well, that does it for today. We have found all we're going to find. I am out of coins to hunt, but 2 silver dimes. I mean, what more can you ask for? So I appreciate you guys giving us a watch. And if you enjoyed this, you had fun. I know I sure did. Please give us a like, give us a follow, and I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.